First, I want to tell you what happened, where I went, and how we got lots of Sahajogis all over. That's a very good news. The first thing was I went to Lille, where Kathy is doing the organizing. She's a very sensible person, and her father is somehow a little bit opposed to Sahajog, but mother is not. And she called me to her place for lunch. What are you doing now? Please keep it to one side. And when I went to her house, the mother was suffering from arthritis and things like that. And I cured her, and she got realization. That convinced the mother very much, and she was very happy. Then, in the evening, she had booked a hall in Lille. And to our amazement, we had lots of people. We were surprised that how about 60 people or 65 people were there in the hall. And among them were some very, very nice people. One of the friends of Kathy, her mother came, but they got the realization so fast in Lille that I was surprised. And there we met husband and wife who have been with TM. Very sensible people. Both of them were really very sensible. When I explained to them what was Sahaj Yoga, they didn't touch their realization, but they understood that there was something great about it. So they said, all right, we are coming with you to Paris. And one lady had come from Belgium. I took her also, and we went to Paris. They have their father's house there. They stayed in their father's house. And these two were wonderful people. And they followed us even to Orleans. But in Paris, the advertisement did not appear for 2 days. But these people had put some posters. And we got about 75 people on the first day. And in that we got a priest also there. Out of that, at least 80% got realization. They again came second day and came third day. And the third day, this was in the paper, so there was a bigger crowd, much bigger crowd. It was a much bigger hall. And about 80%, 80 persons have got realization there, who are really very good. And they have decided to start a good center in Paris. Even in Lille, now the center has started because these husband and wife are going to start a center there. Then I went to, you must have heard about Chartres. It's a very beautiful church there. Went to see that church. It was very beautiful. Very good vibrations from that place. And then we went to Orleans, where we had just informed a hall to be booked for us, and we had sent one advertisement. Only on one advertisement, there were about 70 people. And practically everybody got realization. Except for some TMs, they argued. And as usual, they were very funny. But they went away. And we had another gentleman who came in his orange robe, he says he has taken a sannyasa and he has some technique and this and that. But Mari said there is no technique for Sahajog. There is technique of God. And then he and one or two with him, they went away. But so many people got realization. And they offered their houses for their centers and all that. But the hall, the man who was organizing the hall, he said that he'll just charge £6 per meeting, so why should we have another hall? And so we decided to have the hall there. This was done by a girl who came from Australia. Her name was Annie. She had met Warren there because she knew him before. But Warren didn't tell him about what had happened. When she came back, she wrote to him that I saw such a tremendous change in you. I didn't understand how you got this change. You were so settled down and so detached from things, and you're very different otherwise, so particular about every details and things like that. All that had vanished, and you had become such a relaxed man, and your attention was somebody else. How did it happen? Then he wrote to her, it is Sahaj Yoga, you go and see Gregor. And Gregor gave her realization. Then she went and saw Murray, and Murray confirmed it, and the whole thing became all right. Now, Murray is a person who has really done such a lot, and all out she went to do everything that is possible. Then from there, I came back to Paris, and there I flew to Madrid. We had 2 programs in Madrid. Actually, Gavin had sent one advertisement which appeared, and the second never appeared, only the one appeared then. And when I reached there, I was wondering how many people would be there. There were about 120 people in the hall, and we didn't know what to do. It was so suffocatingly crowded, we did not know what to do. But we found out 50% of them were frivolous people. They were saying we don't believe in God, and they were talking, we don't believe in Christ, this Catholicism we are against, and all sorts of things. And the 50% got realization. And they were they were reactionaries. They said, how could God be there if there is so much poverty, this, that nonsense they were talking. But that day, the girl who came from Switzerland, her name was Miriam. She's also a Catholic, and she had problems because of that. And another was Alien. She's another very intelligent girl, something like Gregor's elder sister, extremely brilliant girl. And she could see the point very well, and she was so clever. She said, only I got it once, and the Kundalini is now doing everything for me. She goes up, she teaches me, and whenever I do wrong, she comes down and she teaches me, she gives me praise. She's so kind to me. She's so sensitive. I was so amazed at her. Another person was Miriam, who was a little bit suffering with this Catholicism sort of thing. And then I brought her round. I brought this one lady round. But she could not translate. And the people started helping her to translate. One of the gentlemen was sitting there, I said, all right, why don't you come and translate? So he came forward. And he was like a professor. The way he started translating me as if he knew Sahaj Yoga very well. Beautiful translation. He got his realization and he went away. Next day, the hall was we had to shift to another hall, a very big hall, very beautiful hall and all that. When we went to the bigger hall, you'll be amazed. There must be at least 90 people or maybe 100 people in that hall, second day. And all very sensible and nice people. They didn't have all these things. And so attentive to my lecture. But the first thing that happened when I went to Paris was something very remarkable which was repeated again here. This priest came to see me, and he said that he couldn't get his realization. So he wrote a letter to me that, Mother, I have a secret guru in Rameshwaram, his name is such and such. And I go there, I stay with him, and I cannot get realization, I don't know why. So I told him there should be no problem because your guru is a realized soul. I could see vibration-wise. Then he told me, yes, he told me that she is the mother, she is going to emancipate the whole world, and you just can get your emancipation through her. This was really energy giving. I was so happy to hear that people are now recognizing, these gurus are recognizing, and they are understanding my value. And I've never seen this fellow before. The same thing was repeated in the second program of Madrid, where this gentleman appeared on the scene. I've forgotten his name, but Murray has all the names anyway. And he just came in the beginning of the hall. He sat there. He took charge of the whole place. And he said, Mother, I'm going to translate you. And he knew Spanish and English very well. And he stood up and he translated me. He looked after everyone, extremely wise and sensible fellow. And I asked him, how are you here? He said, I've come to do this work, Mother, especially. And he told me my Guru's name is Swami Ram and he lives on the Himalayas. He doesn't go out anywhere. I said, he's a realized soul, I know. He's a realized soul. Then he didn't talk to me, but he talked to these girls. He said that my Guru has told me that she's Her Holiness. He'll come to Madrid, you go and help her. That's why I waited for Mother to come. So such a help is coming to us now. Now I want to know what our London Sahajogis especially are going to do about this. That is a very important matter. Because I find the progress is very slow. Extremely slow, vibration-wise, there's not much progress. Even Regis doesn't have good vibrations. I saw him. I was surprised. He's lost his vibrations quite a lot. And same with Peter, I would say. You were quite bad. And this is something I can't understand. What's happening to you? So it may be that you people feel guilty or do some sort of a nonsense of your mind and you go on thinking, or I don't know what you are doing. You have to improve in your vibration. I think Harry is the only person who has improved very much. So what are you doing? Sitting and sulking and thinking and putting your mind into something nonsensical, paying more attention to something like food? Is it? That what food should we eat? What should we have for food? You must know if you are staying in an ashram. Ashram is a training place. What is the training you have to have? Let us see now. It's not to how to manage food. It's to how to manage yourself. The main thing is you have to see where is your attention. What are you doing about your attention? Are you putting it to food and all these nonsensical things and money and finances and this and that? If that is so, it is not going to help. We should have this for food, we should have that for food. Now I have found out that Western people waste so much of their energy in decision making. And what are the decisions you have made so far? Like what food should we have? What does it become ultimately? All the food that you decide to eat. Same about our lives. When we think and try to plan our lives, what do we make out of it? What is the ultimate result of our life, we should think. Because of this ego orientation, this decision making is there. I'm amazed how this decision making about food has started. Actually, ashram is a place where you should try to control your attention and deny things. That's why people used to fast. If that extreme is not there, this extreme is also not good, is to think what you are going to eat today, what you are going to eat tomorrow, what are we going to have for food. I think best thing is you better fast every evening. That's the better idea. The best idea is that you all fast, so that there is no attention about food. I mean, what a thing to waste about. And there's a quarrel on and this much money saved, that has happened, that. You forget about money and forget about all this. You have to improve your vibration. In the ashram, you have not come here to find a convenience. I have told you before and today again. We have to improve our vibrations, our relations with each other. Now another thing I want to tell you, nobody should talk to each other saying, Mother says so. I think you stop all your meetings. That's a better idea. Mother said so, Mother said so. I never say to anyone. If I have to say, I'll say you directly. Nobody should use this phrase. I'm requesting all of you. Mother said so. I am very public and I say everything public. So nobody should pass words to anyone saying, Mother said so. And whatever is in Sahajaga is already quite a lot. Learn from that. You don't start teaching new things. because you will act as mediums, and bhoots will act through you, and you will become real mediums of real satanic forces. Last time I was quite harsh about it. I said to you that these things are to be seen in a proper perspective. What I find, there is no prudence in it. There is no prudence of any kind. You fight among yourselves. Doesn't matter if somebody says something to you. All right, just bear it up. In Sahaja Yoga, you have to learn how to bear it up. How much you can bear from others. Nothing is going to be lost. I'll give you a very simple example. Dhumal had a friend, Mani, and he got jealous of Dhumal. Very jealous. When he started finding faults with him, he complained me too about him, against him. This happened, that happened. He was a very dominating man. He was a lecturer and all that, and he used to think no end of himself. I told him that you do not fuss about things. It's not good. You are a very fussy person. You better keep quiet. And you try to bear it up. But he would not listen. This happened about, say, 3 years back. And last time I met him, I told him that now you'll be in for trouble if you don't stop this nonsense of fighting. What does it matter? You do your best. How much have you borne? What have you done? You have got example of Christ. How much sweetness are you pouring to others? Everybody trying to show their knowledge of Sahaja Yoga. Best way is to articulate among yourselves the spirit of love. Instead of everybody becoming a great leader, it's better you lead yourself, and that will help. Now, same thing happened with his wife. And he would not listen to it till the end. I mean, before me he was like a cow, and when I came away he was a bull. Every time he did that, and his attention was so badly spoiled. I told him, look after your vibrations. He was not bothered, he was trying to show off. And today his letter has come, he has got leukemia. In Sahaja Yoga, one should never get any cancer. It's out of question. But one gets it because of your attention. People have been cured of leukemia while they are getting leukemia. It happens. If your attention is not correct, you will get it. Today his letter has come that he has got leukemia. So to show temper, to get angry, anything is against you. Try to love each other. Just bear it up. And do not be agitated too much. And do not demand. The humblest are going to enter into the kingdom of God. The meek people are going to enter into the kingdom of God. Not the ones who are very particular about something and who take decisions. Please keep decision making as zero. Say, I do not take any decision. I will not take any decision. Let mother take the decision. This is the way you can do it. Now everywhere Sahaja Yoga is coming up, people are understanding. You have to discipline yourself. There is no idea of discipline. Trying to disciplining others and nothing about yourself. Everything that is living is disciplined. See on a tree how the leaves spread, how they discipline themselves and how they arrange themselves. Is there any fight going on? First of all, decision making about food should be zero. Please stop all the meetings. I think that is also another ego trips going on. All ego trips. Meetings. What do you achieve? This. Better not have any more meetings. Better all sit down and quietly meditate with yourself. And work it out properly. Your vibration should be all right. That's the main point. And do not deceive yourself. You have to grow. There should be prudence. That you have to go. Nobody else has to go. You are the losers. Who is the loser? Now Mr. Paul went there, and I don't know what happened. He went there, stayed with Dhumal. Now Dhumal has given realization to 10,000 people. And Mr. Paul thinks no end of himself. He thinks he's a very great guy and he can do anything. He went and said, why do you have a servant in the house? You are enjoying yourself. Your servant is working like this. And he fought with them. And he came away misbehaving. What does he think of himself? It's a very, very bad manners. I never knew that you are to be told that when you go to somebody's house, the guest, if you are a guest somebody's house, you are not to behave like this. And he quarreled and fought and came out. Now what are we to say? They have written to say that he quarreled very much. He is so much elder to you. Apart from that, in Sahaja Yoga he is senior to you. There is nothing, no sense of respect. I think you have to take up things much more seriously. I've seen also people laugh at others. All of you suddenly start laughing. Suddenly, must develop your dignity. You must develop your dignity. Even when you talk to me, I've seen he like this, we laugh and then say something. It's not the way to talk to me. Also wrong. If your dignity is not all right, you are not going to get deeper into it. Now, better stop all meetings and all these things. For what? For arranging food. Is it a hotel here? Just arranging somebody's food is whatever you get, just eat and don't say anything about the food. Some do not want to cook, some want to cook. What is this? Everybody should be forward there. Yes, I will cook, I'll do, I'll learn. Nobody has this desire. I will do, I will do. Labor saving, money saving, all kinds of devices. It is not good for you. It's not proper for you. You just see your own selfishness. You have to grow in Sahaja Yoga. You have to become great in Sahaja Yoga. You are not to waste yourself. And when I say something you think I am saying about somebody else, you just put it to yourself, the same question, and ask yourself, where am I? That's the way you are going to improve. And you don't know how much work I want you to do when I go away from you. But I am sure I cannot send you anywhere. You create problems. Mr. Paul went there and he's come and everybody is shocked at him. That he doesn't even have proper manners. Well, quarrelsomeness is one thing should be avoided. Anybody who's quarrelsome is not a surgeon. You are not to quarrel for anything, even if somebody beats you, even if somebody slaps you on one side, you turn the other. That is surgeon. Don't forget your teaching. If somebody slaps you on right side, you turn your left side to that person. And the one who is a troublemaker should be branded as that. Who fusses, who troubles, who makes this should be done, that should be done, he should be treated like that. You must also try to give me some joy and happiness. Or always must you give me headache. I would request you now to give me less headaches, otherwise I will never come to London. What I hear, somebody fighting with someone, something happening with someone, I don't like it. Now, another thing I have to tell you is this, that I was thinking that if you people feel all right, your vibrations are all right, if you are settled down, if you really become gurus, guru means dignity, humility, meekness, understanding, lovable nature. All these things must be developed in you. You cannot suddenly become like that. In that case, you should decide to go to various places or in England and also outside. I have arranged for that. For example, now TM people. They can act as mediums even now. We can see that. It does happen. So you have to be very careful about it. You will become mediums of satanic forces. And you have to be very, very careful. Extremely careful about it. For I have talked to people. Now you have to save all the TM people. I have already arranged that. There are 2 places in Paris who want you to go down there, talk to them. I've also asked people in Nice, they are very anxious. There are people in Madrid who want to arrange a program where you can talk about it. Now look at how negativity this thing works out. Bart went to Paris and he told one Ceylonese gentleman against him. He said that he's not given me my money, he's not paid for me, he told me lies that I'll give you so much money, he did not give me any money and this and that. When I was talking about it, he came out with the thing, is that the same Peter Pierce who was a cook? I said, cook? He's not a cook. He said, yes, Bart told me about him. I said, he's not a cook. He, he was the head of the thing and all that. He said, no, but Bart told me that his money was not given. And how do you know Bart? He said, he's my old friend. He said that. Now, I could not say much against him. But I said, why did Bart tell you like this? He never even met me. He said he's a very shy person. He did not want to meet. But he was telling me that Sahajogis are horrible people. Mother believes them. She's too simple. They are not worth believing. They are all very horrid. And they are extremely dominating and all sorts of things. Bart has told. I said, Bart should come and see you. If he had told me, I would have corrected these things. And all right, I said, he went into bankruptcy, he went into trouble, and that's how he did not get money. But he should have told me. Why didn't he tell me about it? That I'm going away, he never told me. He went away, and now he has no business to talk against Sahajogis. And I received another letter from this one of the hippies who had come to our program, which I think I have got it, or I don't know, maybe, yeah. Who says that, Mother, you are Sahajogi you are all right, but your Sahajogis, we cannot bear them. They are very dominating. They think of no end of themselves. When they talk to us, they talk in such a way, do this, do that, in all sorts of a letter he has written. And he said that we would all have liked to come in, but we don't like this kind of people trying to dominate us, and they are very intellectualizing and all sorts of things. They have written about it. Now, this is what it is. So the secret of Sahajoga failing in England is Sahajogi is not Mataji Nirmala Devi. You must know that you represent me. Try to imbibe some of my quality. Do I ever complain about food? Some of my must show patience. Now the best way would be to pray. Prayer is a very great thing for Sahajogi. Pray with your heart. First of all, you must ask for strength from Mother. Give me strength so that I be genuine. I won't deceive myself. We are deceiving ourselves morning till evening. Give me strength that I face myself and say it with my heart, that I try to improve myself. Because these are defects which are not your own. They are outside. If they fall off, you'll feel all right. You'll be perfect. Now, then you should ask for forgiveness. Pray for forgiveness. There should be prayer said that you forgive me. Because I have been ignorant, I did not know what to do, I have done mistakes, so you please forgive me. That is the first thing one has to ask, is the forgiveness. Then second thing you ask for is give me a sweet tongue, a method by which I become communicated with others. Others respect me, they like me, they like my presence. Give me strength, give me love, give me that beauty of culture, beauty of understanding that everybody loves me, wants me. Ask for prayer. In the prayer you ask that, O Lord, give me the sense of security of my spirit, so that I do not feel insecure, by which I trouble others or get angry. Give me sense of my own dignity, so that I do not feel that I am belittled or somebody has belittled me. If you are at a higher position, nobody can belittle you. It's only you belittled by your foolishness and tomfoolery. Ask for strength that give me my witness state. Give me satisfaction. Ask for satisfaction. Let me feel my satisfaction from what I have. Whatever I have, whatever I eat, everything, take up my attention away from all these things. You know that your attention is in the stomach. And those who are very much interested in food will get liver, in any case, whatever you may try. In anything like this, wherever my attention is going, please give me strength to pull it back. Chitta Nirodha. Teach me how to avoid things that tempt me, that take away my attention, take away my thoughts. Give me wit. Chitta Nirodha. Teach me how to avoid things that tempt me, that take away my attention, take away my thoughts. Give me witness state by which I see the whole drama. Let me never spite others and criticize others. Let me see my mistakes, not others. Let me see why people are not happy with me. Give me strength to have a very sweet tongue and a sweet nature so that others like my company. They enjoy my company. Let me be like a flower and not like a thorn. You have to pray. All these prayers are going to help you. Then ask for the greatest prayer which you should ask, that please keep me away from ego. That gives me ideas that I am superior to others, I am better than others, or in any way it takes away my meekness and my humility. Give me natural humility by which I can penetrate into the hearts of people. Just you have to bend your head and you go up to your heart. You have to bend your head. Just to bend your head, and there is your heart, where resides the Spirit. Be with it. If you are anyway hurt in your ego, or you are hurting somebody's ego, it's just the same. You will behave in the same manner, in the same egoistical manner. So try to understand that these things have to go away. Its best is to pray and ask for help. Prayer is a very big thing, but with your heart, pray that God give us strength and that growth that we can please our mother sometimes. We want to please our mother. We want to see her happy. The only thing that will really give me happiness is that the way I love you, you love each other. In the meetings, we must discuss how to raise the Kundalini, what is the problem, what chakras are catching, then it's all. But not these meetings, how much money to be spent, how to go, how to collect, and all this nonsense. Do not waste your energies on that. But that doesn't mean that some people should not take at all any interest in cooking, should not do this. Everybody should try to do as much as possible. People are so lethargic. You see, their brains start working. If you start working with your hands, you'll be surprised your thoughts will start. Use your hands. Your thoughts would be much less. Try to do something with your hands. Try to do whatever is possible, whatever you want to do. Try to do it for your own training, not because somebody else is not doing or somebody else is doing it. You just do it because of your training. Try to do your level best. You'll enjoy. You just sing songs and do it yourself. You don't worry. If I started worrying that nobody does anything for Sahaja Yoga, why should I do? What will happen? I have every excuse to get out of it. Everybody must do some handwork. It's compulsory. Something you must do. Get up suddenly. Let's see who gets up fast, gets the plates, serves the people, looks after others, gives the food to others. Try to go out of yourself. Selfishness has to be controlled. Self-centeredness has to be finished. Self-indulgences are to be taken away. How do you do it? pray, get the strength and act. Otherwise it will end up with prayer only. Get the strength and do it. Try to give away things. This you should decide. Because Navratri is coming now, it's a very big day. And Sahajogis have to be prepared for that day. It's a very big privilege for you people that Navratri is coming and there's going to be a puja of Navratri here. But one thing is compulsory, that you all should improve yourself and try to be there where a son of the mother is sitting. Be mild. Be sweet. Create an atmosphere of congeniality. There should be congenial feeling, loving, care for each other. If you are fighting with someone, you should say that, oh Lord, how could I have an enemy? Why did I fight? Please give me strength so that I should have no enemy, so that I do not see any enemy in another. So give me power that I forgive them and so that you can forgive. If you can just say these two things, you can get rid of your thoughts. Last of all, you have to pray that mother, we should recognize our mother. That she has come within us. We are very fortunate. And we know who she is. Please give us strength so that we recognize her and imbibe that recognition in our life. It is not only recognition, but imbibe. I think in certain things regard is very good. You were saying in the church when we go, we never talk loudly. We just talk in a hush. How could we talk loudly in the presence of Mother? When she is in the house, how can we? It's a temple. How can we talk loudly when she is around? I was really surprised how Gregor could see that one. He said, she is a living temple. And how could we do that? Now, before going, I want to tell you also, you have to prepare now for puja. The first thing is, that is to be done. Prepare yourself. I would like to see you in good vibrations and good condition. For you, you get some sugar. You need some sugar to be for yourself. Marcus. Take a lot of sugar. Take, say, 1 kilo every day, minimum. Have you got here some sugar with you? Bring it, I'll vibrate it for you. Now about this work also I have told you that you put up this wall as it is, in any dilapidated way you want to put it up. But put it up because later on they will not have any objection that the wall was not so high. Just do it because I have told you. It will help you. So just put it up to 8 feet and then the rest of it you try to clear it out. I would like Alan to make all the things before I come back. It's 17th. I'll be back. There's a lot of time. We find out what things are needed. Huh? How can you start without the permission?
No, I was just thinking of moving this. You see, there's a lot of hard concrete in the front. We could start doing it.
Yes, you can start doing that.
I don't need to throw the concrete.
Yes, you start doing that. But you do it the way you want to. You have to do it. Before I go, I would like to have the size of that one. So I have to give it to the Sahajogis to make one. And also, I would like to know what we have to do about it, how we have to organize it, and how you are going to get the money and how we are going to work it out. So all this has to be done in a way that's very congenial and friendly. And one should not ask for, say, 30p and 40p thing, but on the whole, money should be used properly. Even a single pie out of this money should not be wasted, nor should be misused, nor should be embezzled. That is very important. Because if that is done, it will have an effect on all of you, especially the one who will do. Now you have a case of leukemia here, very clear. So I do not want you people to have any suffering. Because actually Sahajoga helps you. But if you leave Sahajoga, then you fall into the trap of the Satans. The Satans are around you.
It's very surprising how things are just coming. People are things are just coming in.
It's working out. The attention is working it out. But it throws you out of, you go out of circulation. So be careful. There's no use just worrying and being anxious. You see, this is a very typical European style thinking. You are very anxious, you are very worried, you are pessimistic, this, that. Do all that and achieve what? Nothing. Now, I must tell you about French. I have understood them very well now, what they are doing. It's very interesting. I mean, that doesn't mean that English are all absolutely all right. They are also very much the same style. So I don't want you to feel very proud about it. But what the French have done is to decide that the existence is futile. That they have got some sort of they had some philosopher who told them that existence is futile. So they said, oh, then what's the use? This life is futile, you see. Then why worry about anything? And why? So they are very anxious, always very unhappy people. They said that if a person says that he is very happy, that they think he is naive. He doesn't know that he is in for hell and his life is futile. He has no character. How can he say that a person is happy? Because by saying he is happy, that means he is naive, he doesn't understand the life problems and he is trying to avoid, and he is a foolish man. So they have to have a person who has got all his cheekbones inside, who is drawn out. He has to be somebody who looks like nothing on earth. This is not such a good sugar dough for you. You should use white. Mix it up with that. This is much hotter, and fish you should never eat. Right, take it. You can add white to it and eat it. Now, so they are very unhappy people, and they are all the time. I said, what's this? He said, this is character. If you have character, you have to be an unhappy person. Otherwise, if you are happy, then you are naive. You don't understand that the whole world is going to fall off. That Kalki is coming, you should all sit with them. Face like that. It's quite funny, isn't it? I said, it's all right. But when they do this, why do they indulge into all these nonsensical things? Like every street has got at least 10 prostitutes when you walk along. About 30 paces you find 10 prostitutes standing. They don't mind prostitution, after all life is futile. So what is that? But they are very unhappy people. They'll always be very unhappy, anxious. They're extremely anxious, unhappy. They're the most miserable people. I said, that's how Victor Hugo wrote, Les Miserables. All of them are just here. You see, and that's how they are the most difficult. People don't understand French. When they talk, their sarcasm is horrid, their laughter is horrid, their jokes are horrid. And whatever they do, they just bite you. The reason is the life is futile. So what does it matter if you bite someone or you cut somebody's throat? Anything is all right. It has a character. Now the whole thing has reached to such a futility that bank robber I saw, I told you the story about the bank robber I saw, has become the big hero now there. There are stories written after him. There are poems written. Now there are some pop singers who are singing his praise. I have no place in a society like that. So this is French. And English are also think that French are very great. We should be like that. Very miserable people, absolutely, looking like nothing on earth. So this is the French tradition and French style, but I've put them right. I've made them smile, laugh aloud, and enjoy themselves. If I could trigger them, why not the lethargic friends here? I said it's very nice. I say Europe is the liver. Liver is hero of the universe, where they drink the most. India is the Kundalini where there is no seeking. England is the heart which is lethargic. God save this universe. And lethargy to such an extent that they do not even have lethargy. They do not have energy even to organize their food and organize their things. In small, small things they go on fighting. I wish they were a little lethargic about fighting each other. But the French have started laughing. They have given up their anxieties. They are loving each other. Only our lethargy is horrible. The whole fight is about how to save money and how to save labor. Nobody is going to die if they work hard. So please work hard. I've been telling you that do something. Something can be done. If you don't get anything, you go and hit your head, but do something. Do not sit down like that. There's no good. Just start doing something with your hands. Because your brains are working, hands are not working. There's no balance. And the brains that work, you know what they are working it out. So what's the use of allowing this brain to work? Make your hands work. For example, now, here is Malcolm. His brain is now going this way. He should not use his brain, but his hands. Like a servant in my house is our feet. Say, I am the hands. My husband is the head. We all work in that unison together. When we are like that, there's no problem. That servants are needed, wife is needed, and the head of the family is needed. Because we are doing our own work, so there is no need to bother about it. But supposing everybody is only using the brain and the rest of it is useless, then what about the rest? Who's going to do it? Because you are not integrated with the whole. Because you are not integrated with your society, not with your family. You are only integrated with yourself if you are. I'm also not very sure about that. But you can only work out your hands and your head. So best thing is that all of us should do some work. Some work must be done. Every one of you should serve. To stop the brain, you see, when the brain starts thinking, start thinking, painting something, get something. Why not painting? Get something, do something. Try to do some work. As soon as your brain starts working, start doing some work. Alright? That's the way you can stop thinking of your brain, which is very important. Because what this brain is going to take you to, I don't know. H.G. Wells has written certain things about it. But he also did not know that brain development can take us to such madness that you can't imagine. Now the only example is that we came by bus and we met 2-3 people who came and went away. They were about my age, somewhere 60, somewhere 65. They all came in the bus and they were talking. Very loudly. So I asked Mary, what is he talking? He's talking about last war. To whom? He's talking to himself very loudly. He got down, still he's talking. And another fellow came in. He started talking about something else. And Margaret Monroe and all that, he started talking. Of my age. Imagine. I said, he's talking so loudly, nobody says anything to me. He said, that is all expected. The third person came in. He said, see, this is all expected. You see, we help everyone. We don't mind. We are very tolerant. I said, but you are tolerant, but why don't you see you will become the same tomorrow? Because your brain is working. Now, if the tape is going back. I mean, they get into the bus and they are shouting at the top of their voices and everybody thinks that there's some river flowing, it's all right. Doesn't matter. Take. And this is what's going to happen to us also. If you start thinking. Now what about your machine of thinking? You are already Frenchy. Character is there. What more do you want? Still on. Thinking. Huh? Don't stop. Huh?
Like a reporter in the background.
What is he reporting?
Eliciting constant babbling.
Talking. Come here, I'll fix him up. Come along. Sit down. Sit face that side. Come along. Forgive everyone. Forgive your mother. Forgive your father. Forgive all of them. Just forgive. Say, I forgive. One saying, Mother, I forgive everyone. It's all right. Don't have to take it out in hot water. Better? Better or not? No, you are not thinking. Are you thinking now? No. Better. What are you doing for your head? Are you using any silly? Drink some lemon. How are you? Done? Alright? No, here. Again, out there. I liked your letter very much. Beautiful. It was such a light for me. I was very happy. Now, let me have. It's already been so dead. How can it suck another dead? Huh? So fresh, you see. It is fresh. Sucking all right. Better. All right? Better now? It slept well with that, you know? Cover. Something under his head. क्या ला? साड़ी लिया? लेमन और साड़ी का क्या हो? लाई नहीं? तुमने जो लाई थी? अभी कहाँ है वो? ये जो पूजा है क्यों यहाँ लानी थी? They would have seen it. Huh? अरे Can you bring some? इसको खोलने के लिए बेटा ले आओ जरा. Today we were very lucky, I must say. You should see the sari, it's so wonderful. She gave us 42 pounds less. Can you imagine for the sari? Such a beautiful one, you can't imagine. I wanted because this puja has been done here and it will be seen all over and wanted to get a good sari. In any case, your name should not be bad. And she reduced 42 pounds in a sari. Can you imagine? How things work now. I'll send it to Harry or someone. Tomorrow you can see it. How are you now, better? She's all right. She's a very happy person. That's the main thing. You have to be a cheerful and a happy person. If you are an irritable person, you can never feel all right. How many are cheerful? Count your blessings. The best way to be happy is to count your blessings. Count them. How much God has given you. First of all, your realization. Count your blessings. Then you will be cheerful. Thank God. Thanksgiving is not there. If you start thanking me, it will be a good idea. Just start thinking what has happened to you. Just thanksgiving. It will make you very cheerful and happy. Just start thinking about what you were and what you are. Just start. Thanksgiving is not there. Very poor show. That's the first thing one should do is to thank. All your gloom will vanish. I feel very happy. Okay? Do you thank or not? दादा सबने पैर रखा लो, सबको एक एक जगह रखेगी रात में. So you will have to keep some days when you will have to travel to these places. Paris, you will have to go to Paris, and you will have to go to Lille, Nice, and maybe Madrid. Because these people are spread out very much. People are selling their furnitures and everything. They are selling in Lille. Their furniture they are selling, their horrible things. There's a very sweet child, just like Bumble, with these two persons. She's just the same. She's so much opposing and all that. Now she's all right. Estella is her name. Joseph is the name of the lady. I don't remember the name of the man, but he's a very great musician. We met a very big pianist who plays in the churches. He got his realization too. In me. We found a very nice person in me. His name is Philip. And his mother and his whole family came, father and sister, and everybody got realization. He is willing to call people at his distance. We have to send books and things there. You had sent some books to my house, I did not know. I didn't take them with me. But now I think we'll have to take some books to Germany, perhaps. And we need some more papers and photographs, I think. Or Beggar might do it himself. He sent me today the report. Are you better now? How are you? Right to Shuddhi? It's better. Isn't it? What do you say? You must take lot of sugar. Lot of it. Huh? Sugar cane sugar. Anything will do. Any sugar will do for it. Rice, sugar, bread.